Hi, I'm Andy Webb from BeCleverWithYourCash.com, and here are your deals of the week for the 12th of September 2019. So the first thing to talk about, it's not exactly a deal necessarily, but it's a way to hopefully save you some money if you're going to go ahead with it, and it's the brand new iPhones. So this week in California, they announced what the latest ones, they always do it at this time of year, a big event. It's like an hour and a half presentation with these sycophantic Apple employees and tech people just applauding every single thing. It's pretty boring actually, but if you like Apple products and you want to get the latest ones or at least know what they are, then that's when they tell you what they're going to be. And it happens pretty much every September. So it happened this week. Lots of things going on. Apple TV Plus, which I'll talk about another time, is on its way. But the main thing with the new iPhones, and there's going to be three of them. There's the iPhone 11. That's going to start at £729, so not exactly cheap. Then there's the iPhone 11 Pro, which is kind of got it's got three cameras, which is on facing outwards and one facing back. A ridiculous number of cameras, really high end. That's going to cost, it's going to start at £1,049. That's for the smallest hard drive size. And then the one above that, the iPhone 11 Pro Max, so it's a bigger version of it, then that one starts at £1,149 and it goes up to a huge £1,499. That is a lot of money to spend on some tech. Now, apart from the fact of being a lot of cash, you might not need to get a new phone anyway. You might have got a 7 Plus from a few years ago, it's still working fine. But the big reason I wouldn't even consider one of these handsets is because they're not going to be 5G ready. However, if you do want one, how do you save money? How do you get a deal on them? Because pre-ordering starts on Friday. Well, because I haven't seen all the prices, I can't give you exactly the best thing to do. But generally, the best advice here is to go SIM only. So rather than upgrade with your network provider, with your phone provider who you currently have your contract with, the best thing to do is to buy the handset on its own outright and go SIM only on your minutes, datas, texts. That generally, 99% of the time, it's going to work out a lot cheaper. So if you're going to pre-order it, maybe doing it directly from Apple is the best thing to do. Obviously, if you're looking at that Pro Max, £1,500, it's a huge amount of money. If you can't afford it, obviously don't do it, but you could potentially look at a 0% purchase credit card. If you can get one of those, put the money on there and then pay it off over that 0% purchase period. Could be 18 months, something like that. To spread the cost out like you would with a contract, it'll work out, most cases, a lot cheaper than upgrading with your current network. The only caveat I would say to that is some of them might have some good deals alongside cashback sites. So do have a look and see what cashback sites are offering. Quidco and Top Cashback are the main ones, and it might be that they're offering something that really reduces the cost, not only of you getting a new handset, but also upgrading on your contract. So that's the iPhone 11, 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max. Not exactly a deal, but I've got a big article over on BeCleverWithYourCash.com which does kind of break down in more detail the things you can do to try and at least get your best value for money when you're getting one, so you're not paying over the odds, because that's what's going to happen in most cases if you upgrade it with your network. Now, something else that came out this week that I was quite excited about is the sequel to The Handmaid's Tale. Obviously, a lot of you might know it as a TV show, but it is a book from the mid-80s, I think. It's by Margaret Atwood. Now, she's written a sequel now. It's taken a long time for the sequel to come about, but this sequel is called The Testaments. It came out on Monday. Now, full price is £20. You think Amazon might be the best price for it, £12.50, not too bad. But I've spotted it a lot less in a couple of places. First of all, if you want to pick it up on the high street and have it now to read, head to WH Smith's, where it is 50% off. It is going to cost you just £10, which is pretty good. Now, The Works is also selling it for the same price online. At least The Works in my local town, they don't have it in the shop. They do have it online for a tenner. Now, if you order it to be sent to that store to be collected from there, there's free delivery, so you're keeping it at that £10. So why do that and just pop into Smith's? Well, you can go via, as I said with the phones a moment ago, go via a cashback site, because then you can get extra money off that. Again, when I ordered my copy on Monday morning, Quidco was offering 13%, but Top Cashback was offering 17%. So that's who I went with, which means I can pay a tenner for my book, but I'll get £1.70 back. £8.30. So that's a really, really good discount. That's the cheapest I can find it anywhere. Now, with both the iPhone and the Testament, so in fact, anything you're going to buy, if you've not used a cashback site, then look for new member offers. Sometimes these are specific. So spend £15 on a takeaway and you'll get that £15 back, something like that. But most of the time, those ones aren't that great. However, you can find generic offers for any shop. So that could be a phone company, it could be the works, where you spend a minimum amount and you'll get a bonus back. So head over to becleverwithyourcash.com where you can find a £10 bonus for top cashback. So that would give you £11.70 back. So that's a nice bit of profit, isn't it? If you're paying £10 a book, but then you get £11.70 back into your account. Or via Quidco is a much higher one for £17. So although the cashback on the book is £1.30, you're actually going to get £18.30 back in your account and a free book. Talking of free money, there's potentially 16 quid up for grabs over on Amazon. Now, ending on the 15th, so just this weekend on Sunday, there's a deal for Amazon Prime members who have never used Amazon Prime Video. All they have to do is stream a TV show, a film, something like that, and they'll get a £5 voucher to spend as long as there's a minimum 20 quid spend. So it's a free fiver there. There's also a couple of promotions where you can get some free credit for topping up or buying a gift card. Now, these promotions come and go, but right now there's one that if you spend £50 on gift cards, they'll give you a £6 voucher to spend. It's important to say about that £5 off a £20 spend and that £6 voucher. They're generally only valid on stuff which is sold by Amazon, not necessarily just fulfilled by Amazon or sold by someone else. It'll be sold by Amazon. So that might limit your choice, but there's plenty on there that Amazon does sell. That one ends on the 30th of September. So you buy £50 of gift cards and you'll get this £6 voucher. Now, you might not be eligible for this one. It depends if you've used a similar promotion before, because they do come or go. But when you click through to the link, then you'll be able to tell if you are eligible or not, because it will tell you you're eligible for this offer, which is great. And there's a new one as well that I've just found. Now, if this is about topping up, so rather than buying a gift card, you are directly topping up your Amazon account. Now, with this one, 80 quid you have to put on, but you'll get a £6 credit on top of that. So that can be spent on anything. That 86 quid can be spent on anything on Amazon, whether they sell it or not. And of course, if you do take advantage of all three of those promotions, there's no reason why you can't combine them together and basically get some sort of 20 quid item for something like £4, which is pretty good. So that's over on Amazon. Again, all the links over on the blog. Two more things to tell you about quickly. Last week I said about RBS have brought back the bank switching promotion, 150 quid if you switch to them, including existing customers. Well, when RBS has an offer, Natwest generally does as well. Sometimes Natwest goes first, sometimes RBS goes first. Well, in this instance, RBS last week, Natwest this week. Again, switch to Natwest, 150 quid as a cash bonus, as long as you haven't already had a cash bonus from either RBS or Natwest. And again, this one again is for existing customers. Now, I did this a couple of years ago when they first introduced this type of promotion for existing customers. I already had the Natwest 2% reward account for cashback on my bills. You should check that out. It's a really good account. But I switched an older account, which I wasn't using, into that, and I got my money. So it's well worth looking at whether you're with Natwest or not. That's just started this week. Now, finally, news of a price increase, which isn't all great thing really. Now TV, I'm a big fan of that. I talk about it all the time in terms of cutting your Sky bill. There's no point paying for Sky TV because it's so expensive compared to getting exactly the same channels on Now TV. Yeah, all right, okay, you can't record things. You have to watch it just on demand on catch up. But we do that with Netflix, don't we? We do that with iPlayer. We're used to that. There's not a problem if you can't record these shows. Now, the price for a month of entertainment is $7.99. And it's going to stay at $7.99, but only for another month, because in early October, it's going up by £1 to $8.99. Now, that's not the end of the world. It's still a lot cheaper than if you had a Sky contract. But there are ways to get this for less, and it might be worth stocking up on some of those promotions now in case they also go up in price. Now, the best one is probably to buy a £10 gift card from Currys for Now TV Entertainment. That will get you 2 months pass, so that's £5 a month, so already less than the $7.99 right now, so you shouldn't be paying $7.99 anyway, but definitely better than the $8.99. Or, and this is generally what I do, every month that you've got it, cancel, say you can't afford it, and most of the time, not every time, but most of the time, Now TV come back with a promotion, with a cut price for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, something like that, to get you to stay. So you shouldn't ever really be paying full price for Now TV, but do what you can right now to avoid that price increase in a month. That's it. Hopefully you'll save some money from some of these promotions. Do hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of these videos, and head over to becleverwithyourcash.com for all the information about all the deals I've shared just now. Cheers.